Bangkok was just named the most searched, most booked city on Earth for 2026. Millions of people are planning a trip here right now, but almost none of them know about the #1 rule that could ruin your first night. The one neighborhood locals actually live in that tourists never find, or the fact that you can eat like royalty here for less than the price of a coffee back home. If you're even thinking about Bangkok this year, stay right here, because in the next 10 minutes I'm going to give you everything you need. When to go, where to stay, what to actually do, what it costs, and the mistakes that catch almost every first-timer out. Let's get into it. So why is everyone suddenly talking about Bangkok? A few reasons. Flight routes have expanded, prices are still lower than most of Europe or the US, and Thailand's mix of temples, street food, nightlife, and nearby islands makes it one of the only cities that works whether you're backpacking on $30 a day or booking 5-star everything. So when should you go? Well, timing matters more in Bangkok than most cities. There are really 3 seasons to know. November to February is cool season. This is peak time. Lower humidity, less rain, comfortable evenings. It's also the busiest and most expensive time to visit. March to May is hot season, and I mean hot. Temperatures regularly hit the mid-30s Celsius, that's mid-90s Fahrenheit with brutal humidity. Doable but exhausting if you're not used to it. And then June to October is rainy season, but don't let that scare you off. It's usually just short, heavy downpours in the afternoon, not all-day rain, and you'll find flights and hotels noticeably cheaper. So if budget matters, go in the shoulder months. October or early November, you get the tail end of good weather without peak season prices. So how do you get to Bangkok and get around? Most international flights land at Suvarnabhumi Airport, with some budget carriers using Don Mueang instead. It's worth checking which one your flight uses, because they're on opposite sides of the city. Once you're there, Bangkok's actually really easy to get around if you know the system. The BTS, SkyTrain, and MRT subway are fast, cheap, and air-conditioned. They're the best way to avoid traffic. Grab, which is basically Southeast Asia's Uber, is the easiest way to get anywhere the train doesn't reach. And the river ferries along the Chao Phraya are not just practical, they're honestly one of the best free views in the city. Tuk-tuks are fun for the experience, but make sure you agree a price before you get in. They're priced for tourists, not locals. You don't want a surprise cost at the end of your ride. So where should you stay in Bangkok? Where you base yourself changes your whole trip. Sukhumvit is the modern hub. It's great for nightlife, shopping malls, and easy transport, but it can feel less authentically Bangkok. Riverside near the Chao Phraya gives you those postcard hotel views and easy access to the Grand Palace and Old Town temples. Airy is where a lot of locals and long-term expats actually live. It's quieter, full of cafes, and a really good pick if you want a break from the tourist crush. If it's your first trip, I'd lean towards Riverside or Sukhumvit for convenience, and save Airy for a second visit once you know the city a bit more. Here's what actually deserves your time in Bangkok. The Grand Palace and Wat Phra Kew. Yes, it's touristy, and yes, it's worth it. Just go early, preferably before 9 a.m., both to beat the heat and the crowds. Dress code is strict here, shoulders and knees covered or they will turn you away. And then you have Wat Arun, the Temple of Dawn, right across the river. It's best photographed either at sunrise or lit up at night. The Chatuchak weekend market has over 10,000 stalls. It's only open Saturday and Sunday, and it will absolutely eat your whole day if you let it, but it's a must visit. Another must-do is visit a rooftop bar. Bangkok has some of the best rooftop skyline views in Asia. Even if you don't drink, it's still amazing to see. The floating markets are amazing too. Dam Noen Sarawak is the famous one, but it is touristy and a bit of a drive. Amphoe is smaller, more local, and better if you want an authentic version. And don't skip a Thai cooking class. Most run half a day. Include a market visit, and it's one of the best value experiences you can book here. Let's talk money, because this is where Bangkok really wins. Street food is not just cheap, it's genuinely some of the best food you'll eat. A full meal from a street stall can cost you under $2. Look for stalls with a long line of locals. That's always your best sign it's going to be good. Okay, budget-wise, if you're thinking backpacker style, so hostel plus street food plus public transport, you're looking at around $25 to $35 a day. Or for more mid-range, a nice hotel, mix of street food and restaurants, that's closer to $60 to $90 a day. And for luxury, the sky is genuinely the limit. 5-star hotels here are a fraction of what you'd pay in Europe for the same standard. So basically, no matter how you like to travel, you're not going to break the bank here. There's a few things that catch first-timers out every single time. Always insist on the meter in a taxi or agree a price up front. Otherwise, you will get quoted double or triple. Dress modestly for temples, no exceptions, they will stop you at the door. And don't drink the tap water. Bottled or filtered only, it's cheap and available everywhere. Small things, but it's the difference between a smooth trip and a frustrating one. So that's Bangkok in 2026. When to go, where to stay, what to do, and how to avoid the mistakes almost every first-timer makes. If this helped you plan your trip, subscribe for more guides like this. Thank you so much for watching. Safe travels, guys.